Good day, everyone. As the sun rises over the vast Atlantic, we find ourselves at the beginning of what could be a significant weather event. The calm of the morning belies the brewing power far out at sea, where nature is quietly gathering its strength. Today, our attention is firmly fixed on the Atlantic Ocean, where Tropical Storm Gabrielle is making headlines. Satellite imagery reveals a swirling mass of clouds, a clear sign that Gabrielle is organizing and intensifying. Meteorologists are working around the clock, analyzing every new data point as the storm's behavior can change rapidly. At this hour, Gabrielle is packing sustained winds of nearly 50 miles per hour, which classifies it as a strong tropical storm. These winds are already powerful enough to whip up dangerous surf and cause concern for those living along the coastlines. The storm's swirling clouds stretch for hundreds of miles, a reminder of the immense energy contained within. What's fueling Gabrielle's growth is the unusually warm ocean water beneath it. Warm water acts as the storm's energy source, allowing it to draw in more moisture and heat, which in turn helps it grow stronger and more organized. As long as Gabrielle remains over these warm waters, the potential for further intensification remains high. Forecasters are closely watching the storm's projected path and intensity. Current models suggest that Gabrielle could reach Category 1 hurricane status within the next 24 to 48 hours. This means winds could exceed 74 miles per hour, bringing the potential for even greater impacts. The forecast track is being updated frequently as new information comes in, and meteorologists are using the latest technology to predict where Gabrielle might go next. Of particular concern is the storm's projected path, which currently brings it uncomfortably close to Bermuda. Early this week, Gabrielle could pass near the island, raising the risk of strong winds, heavy rain, and dangerous surf for residents and visitors alike. The people of Bermuda are being urged to stay alert and prepare for possible severe weather conditions. Even if the storm's center remains offshore, the outer rain bands could still lash the island with gusty winds and heavy downpours. These bands can extend far from the storm's core, bringing hazardous conditions to areas that might otherwise feel safe. Flooding, power outages, and rough seas are all possible, even if Gabrielle doesn't make direct landfall. The next 48 hours will be absolutely critical. During this time, we'll learn just how strong Gabrielle will become and how close it will come to Bermuda. Residents are advised to monitor official updates, review emergency plans, and make any necessary preparations now before conditions deteriorate. Our team of meteorologists and emergency officials are tracking Gabrielle's every move using advanced radar, satellite, and computer models. Their goal is to provide the most accurate and timely information possible, so that everyone in the storm's potential path can stay informed and safe. Communication and preparation are key as we face this developing threat together. As Gabrielle continues its journey across the Atlantic, we'll be here to bring you the latest updates and expert analysis. Stay tuned, stay prepared, and remember that staying informed is your best defense as this situation unfolds. To truly grasp Gabrielle's potential for growth, we first need to explore the science behind hurricane intensification. Hurricanes are not just random acts of nature, they are powerful systems fueled by specific environmental conditions. One of the most critical factors in this process is the temperature of the ocean water beneath the storm. Warm ocean water acts as the primary energy source for hurricanes. When a storm like Gabrielle moves over these exceptionally warm waters, it taps into a vast supply of heat energy. The surface temperature of the ocean in Gabrielle's path is well above average, creating the perfect environment for the storm to strengthen. But it's not just the surface that matters. This warmth penetrates deep below, sometimes extending hundreds of feet down. This deep layer of heat acts as a massive energy reservoir, ensuring that even as the hurricane churns up the water, it continues to draw in warmth from below. Think of a hurricane as a giant heat engine. It draws in warm, moist air from the ocean's surface. As this air rises, it cools and condenses, forming towering clouds and heavy rain. This process is the engine's fuel, and it all starts with the heat from the ocean. As the moist air condenses into clouds, it releases what's called latent heat. This released heat warms the air at the top of the storm, causing it to rise even faster. The more heat that's available, the more powerful this upward motion becomes, allowing the storm to grow taller and stronger. The warmer the water, the more moisture evaporates into the air, and the more latent heat is released. This creates a feedback loop, supercharging the storm and allowing it to intensify rapidly. In Gabrielle's case, the ocean is providing an almost unlimited supply of this crucial energy. This feedback loop is why meteorologists pay such close attention to sea surface temperatures. When a storm like Gabrielle encounters these conditions, it can undergo what's known as rapid intensification, where wind speeds increase dramatically in just a short period of time. Right now, Gabrielle is perfectly positioned for this rapid intensification. The combination of deep, warm water and abundant moisture means the storm's winds can strengthen quickly, making it much more dangerous in a matter of hours. This deep layer of warm water is especially important. If the warm water was only at the surface, the hurricane could churn up cooler water from below, weakening itself. But with heat extending far down, Gabrielle can maintain or even increase its intensity as it moves. With this sustained energy source, Gabrielle has everything it needs to become a truly powerful hurricane, one that could have significant impacts if it continues on its current path. In Bermuda, a sense of anxious anticipation fills the air as residents closely monitor the latest updates on Tropical Storm Gabrielle. Every household, business, and community center seems tuned in to the forecast, with people gathering around televisions, radios, and mobile devices, searching for any sign of change in the storm's projected path. The uncertainty is palpable, and conversations everywhere revolve around the storm's approach. Meteorologists predict that Gabrielle will pass about 130 miles east of the island, sparing Bermuda a direct hit for now. However, the margin is slim and the storm's unpredictable nature keeps everyone on edge. Just a slight westward shift in Gabrielle's track could mean hurricane-force winds and torrential rain slamming directly into Bermuda. The infamous cone of uncertainty hovers over the island, a stark reminder that nature's course can change in an instant. Even if the storm stays on its current path, Bermuda will not escape unscathed. The outer bands are already sweeping over the island, bringing ominous clouds and the first hints of rain and wind. Along the coast, large swells pound the rocky shores, sending spray high into the air. Beaches are closed, and warning flags flutter in the gusty wind as dangerous surf and rip currents threaten anyone venturing too close to the water. The wind is picking up, bending palm trees and rattling windows. Heavy rain is expected to lash the island, with the potential for localized flooding in low-lying areas. Power outages are a real concern, and emergency crews are on standby. Across Bermuda, residents are taking no chances. People are boarding up windows, securing patio furniture, and moving outdoor items indoors to prevent them from becoming dangerous projectiles. Emergency kits are being checked and restocked with essentials like water, food, flashlights, and batteries. The government is issuing regular updates, urging everyone to stay informed and heed all warnings. Emergency alerts buzz on mobile phones, and local officials stress the importance of readiness and caution. Families gather to review emergency plans, making sure everyone knows what to do if conditions worsen. Supplies are packed, and evacuation routes are discussed, just in case the situation changes rapidly. The uncertainty in the forecast is nerve-wracking. Each new update brings a mix of hope and anxiety, as the possibility of a direct hit remains. The community is united in its vigilance, watching and waiting for the next advisory. Bermuda has faced hurricanes before, and the island's resilience is well known. Past storms have taught hard lessons, and preparation is now second nature for many. Still, every storm is different, and the threat is never taken lightly. As dark clouds gather and the wind begins to howl, Bermuda holds its breath. It's a tense waiting game, hoping Gabrielle stays on its predicted course and that the island's preparations will be enough to weather the storm. After Gabrielle's closest approach to Bermuda, its journey continues. A trough of low pressure will steer Gabrielle northeast away from North America. As it moves north, Gabrielle will encounter cooler waters, weakening the storm. The storm will transition from a tropical cyclone to an extratropical system. This transformation involves losing its warm core and developing a cold core. The resulting extratropical storm can still produce strong winds and large waves. Fortunately, Gabrielle's track keeps it away from Atlantic Canada. The storm will eventually dissipate over the frigid waters near Greenland and Iceland. Its close call with Bermuda will be its last significant interaction with land. While Gabrielle commands attention, other systems are brewing in the Atlantic. Tropical waves off Africa have the potential to develop into named storms. Two main waves are being monitored as they move westward. The first wave could bring increased moisture to the Lesser Antilles soon. The second wave near the Cabo Verde Islands shows more spin and thunderstorm activity. Current models don't show immediate development, but conditions can change rapidly. The next storm name is Humberto, and any of these waves could claim it. Beyond Gabrielle, tropical moisture is causing heavy rain across the Caribbean and Central America. Belize faces a significant flooding threat with more rain expected. Central America is experiencing intense thunderstorms, posing a high flood risk. Jamaica and other Greater Antilles Islands are seeing heavy rain and thunderstorms. The Western Caribbean is being watched for potential tropical development. Mexico's coasts are also experiencing heavy rains from disturbed weather. The region is saturated with moisture, making it ripe for daily downpours. Flooding and mudslides remain a significant concern. Let's break down rainfall probabilities for key locations in the Caribbean and Central America. Costa Rica and Panama have a 70% chance of storms daily. Jamaica has a 60% chance of scattered thunderstorms. The Lesser Antilles have varying chances, with some islands seeing up to 50%. Puerto Rico has a 40% chance of storms, with potential for heavy downpours. Hispaniola has a high possibility of strong storms. The Cayman Islands have a 40 to 50% chance of storms. Northern Lesser Antilles have lower immediate rain chances, but this will change midweek. Even lower percentages don't mean zero risk, as conditions can change quickly. While the tropics dominate headlines, North America has active weather too. A frontal system is bringing rain and storms across the U.S., stretching from Canada to the Carolinas. Southern California sees unusual late-season rain from Pacific moisture. A significant weather event is expected midweek in the U.S., with potential severe weather. In Canada, a frontal system impacts the maritime provinces with rain and cooler temperatures. British Columbia will see rain, helping with wildfires but risking localized flooding. The weather pattern shows signs of late September with strong systems bringing cooler air. The Atlantic Basin is extremely active, and vigilance is essential. Tropical storm Gabrielle is nearing hurricane status, with a close pass by Bermuda expected. Finalize preparations and heed advice from the Bermuda Weather Service. Across the Caribbean and Central America, tropical moisture fuels daily downpours and floods. 2 tropical waves in the Atlantic will bring more rain to the Lesser Antilles. We are still in peak hurricane season. Preparation is key. In the US and Canada, impactful weather is not limited to the tropics. Stay weather aware, listen to local meteorologists, and have a way to receive alerts. We will continue to monitor developments and provide the latest information. Stay safe.